Good morning. Welcome to ATI ProMedia live at 9 o'clock. It is May 14th, hump day, middle of the week, halfway there. We got mixed markets here this morning. Kind of quiet day, but beans are trying to make something happen. We'll see if they can actually get it done here. Let's dive into your markets, and then we'll dive into the show. Thanks for joining us. We got July corn is relatively flat, 442 and a quarter. July beans are flat as well at 1072 and a half. New crop Nove beans are down a penny at 1058 and a half. Soy oil is a little bit firmer, 51.52. Soy meal is down 60 points, 292.70. Looking over at your wheat markets, we got July Chicago wheat up 3 cents at 520 and a quarter. July KC wheat up 3 3/4 at 515 and a half. Cotton market a little bit weaker, down 0.24 at 68.53. Over in your meat markets, cattle market, we got feeders 75.750 weaker at 302.075 on your May. The August contract is 0.90 weaker at 305.10. Fat cattle, we got a little mixture. June is flat 216.27. August is 45 points firmer at 212.075. And your lean hog market is leaking a little bit weaker, with June down almost a buck at 98.52. Crude oil market, Cruz giving some back as well today. June crude down a quarter of a cent at 63.42. Diesel is up a penny, 2.18. Nat gas is 14 points weaker at 3.50. Over in your equity markets, the stock market is 35 points firmer on the Dow, 42,259. The S&P is 3 points firmer at 5,906. And the NASDAQ is 35 points firmer at 21,313. Russell's weaker. Bitcoin's down almost 1,000 at 104,284. And gold is giving some back. Silver's off, and the dollar is 450 points weaker at $100 on the dollar index, 100.375, testing that $100 level once again. So, snapshot of your markets. We are mixed, I'd say. I don't know. Beans were firmer overnight, and giving some of that back unchanged here on your new crop beans. We'll see how the day ends here. But I don't know. Market's still digesting a lot of things. A lot of things happen on the macro front, but just kind of grind in your grain markets. There's definitely opportunity in your cattle markets, and you cowboys out there, you need to be paying attention to that for sure. We'll talk about that here in a sec. Weather front. Okay, got some global stats from our friends at T-Storm Weather. Each morning they pump out stuff to us and give us updates on forecasts and things happening around the world. 28% of Russian wheat has been drier than normal the past 30 days. 49% of Ukraine wheat drier than normal past 30 days, and 60% of European wheat drier than normal the past 30 days. So keep an eye on the European wheat and rainfall there. We've got some rain coming in Eastern Europe, Ukraine, and Russia, but much of Germany and France, where rain is desperately needed, is going to be missing those rains. So keep an eye on your global wheat markets and production. It's not all about the U.S. We love it here in the U.S., and we got a good crop here in the U.S. We got Wheat Quality Council Tour happening this week here in Kansas, but keep an eye on the global precip out there, especially in the EU and the Black Sea. So before I jump to the wheat tour, going to pop up a couple graphics that look at the forecast, because that is up front and center. Dakotas, next 7 days, looks like the Dakotas get a much needed drink. There's talking to a customer here this morning before the break. Looks like they're going to get an inch to 3 inches is in the forecast. We will see if it comes to fruition, but some nice rainfall totals over the next 7 days in the northern plains. But looking at the past 30 days precip, it looks like Nebraska is the area that continues to need that, especially in that heart of Nebraska, eastern parts of Nebraska, western parts of Iowa. And flip back to that graphic there. I hope that they get some of that. It's really light blue in some of that area where the past 30-day precip has been very bleak. But maybe that forecast changes and they get a little better than expected rainfall there in the heart of Nebraska. We will see what comes to fruition. But yeah, past 30 days precip really highlights northern Kansas, heart of Nebraska needing some rainfall. but hopefully the Dakotas get some here going forward. So, all right, Dr. Cruz is going to be joining us tomorrow, and we're going to talk a lot about South America. We'll talk about South American weather. He's also going to talk about the CONAB, because we've got a CONAB report out tomorrow morning. So make sure, set an alert, set a reminder, click that notification bell. We'll be live at 9 o'clock, and Dr. Cruz will be joining us to talk all things South America tomorrow. Big production crop down there right now with the safrinha corn crop. So, all right, now the wheat tour. Let's talk a little bit about the wheat tour. Had that first day of the Kansas wheat tour yesterday. Scouts toured the northern area, which might be the weaker region of production this year. We'll see. But the state wheat crop was 50.5 bushels an acre. Last year's tour in that area was estimated at 49.9 bushels an acre, so a little better than expected. The long-term average for that area is 45 bushels an acre. So looking like it's pretty strong in that northeast area. As they get into the northwest part of the state, might see some, the droughtiest parts of Kansas wheat is going to be in that northwest corner of the state. The tour is going to continue today and Thursday with a wheat yield estimate for the entire state on Thursday afternoon. Notable, there's some wheat streak mosaic virus out there, and that is a hot topic. I'm going to talk to you a little bit later, Becky. Wheat streak mosaic virus, hot topic here across the state. Got to monitor that, and they are seeing some of that across the wheat tour. So if you've got wheat streak mosaic, I want to hear about it, hear what you're doing about it, and how bad of a problem it is for you. So, all right, cattle market. We got a hot cattle market. Continues to be hot. Choice box beef breaks $350. It's the highest level since June 26th, and we got a record feeder cattle index again, 302.40 on the print here, up $1.37 on yesterday's print. That index continues to grind higher. Is the index starting to peak? Gotta wonder. I don't know. It's pretty firm, pretty hot. Green grass and grilling season is happening. When that grass dries up, what's going to happen to that index too? So I don't know. It's everybody wants to call the top in this market. People have been calling the top for 12 months, 18 months. Don't step in front of a bull market. Don't underestimate how high this thing can go, but recognize the great values staring in front of you today, and embrace a marketing plan that allows you to embrace a bull market, manage if the market continues to go higher, and participate in that higher move, but defend from that unexpected, unpredictable 10, 20, 30, $50 sell-off that could happen at any moment. When you have that slide, it's really hard to go market your cattle, protect price after you've had the price pull back, because you always taste in that level that was just there. Hey, if we get back there, I'll do it again. If we get back there, I promise I'll do it this time. Don't be in that boat. Don't be in that boat. So go out there, get, LRP is a great tool, and we'll use that to establish your floor price. We've talked about it. We beat the drum. I got a plan. If the market continues higher, I can't rewind the clock and protect yesterday's values after a sell-off. So on the screwworm front, though, the Mexican ag minister said that they will restrict flow of cattle in the southern border of their country to start mitigating the spread of New World screwworm. But they made some comments about it going to be a difficult and long process to get on top of that pest. They ruled out totally closing their southern border from the Central American countries, but they did say they would start to restrict flow down there. So continue to evolve on that story. We've still got the import ban in place, to my knowledge, between the U.S.-Mexico border on your livestock flow there. We'll see how long that lasts. That's supporting your cattle market here. We also got consumers filling their freezers and grilling season firing up. That's very supportive of your cattle market. So, all right, with that, Dr. Cruz tomorrow. We'll just dive into some comments here, but Dr. Cruz tomorrow, we got CONAB tomorrow report, and we will watch the rainfall, watching the radar, watching that forecast here in the U.S. as well as the Black Sea. Let's dive into some comments, see what we got out here. Luke, we've had 6 inches of rain in the last 2 weeks. Corn's ready for some sunlight. It's good to hear you got some rainfall, Luke. I know you guys were needing it. 6 inches in 2 weeks. That's a lot over a short time frame, but that's good to hear. Sunlight, yeah, it's that time of year where Well, yeah, it's good to hear. So, all right. Thanks for your comment, Luke. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching. But we'll watch the growing season here across the U.S. and continue to watch global weather. Dr. Cruz, tomorrow, thanks for joining us. I'm going to get out of here and continue on with the day. We'll see you tomorrow.